Have you ever stopped to think about how a brand new global trade route actually gets started? Well, today we're diving into a really fascinating one that's brewing between two very different nations, the absolute coffee giant, Brazil, and the up-and-coming market of Bangladesh. Now, to really get why this is such a big deal, you have to start with Brazil. It's not just a big coffee producer, it's a superpower. And this number right here says it all, 37%. That's how much of the entire world's coffee Brazil is set to produce. Just let that sink in for a second. More than 1 out of every 3 cups of coffee drunk on this planet comes from Brazil. So with a market that huge, you know there are always new opportunities popping up. And that really brings us to the whole point of this explainer. How can you, whether you're an importer in Dhaka or an exporter down in Sao Paulo, how can you get in on this? How can you become part of this incredible new trade story? Think of this as your roadmap. We're going to break down exactly who the key players are, why this connection is so important right now, and what the actual steps are to make it all happen. Okay, first things first. Let's zoom in on Brazil for a moment, just to really appreciate their dominance in the coffee world. We're not just talking about growing a lot of beans. We're talking about a super sophisticated global export machine that's been running for decades. And it's fascinating to see where all that coffee actually goes. I mean, look at these numbers. We're talking about Germany importing over 5.4 million bags of coffee. The USA is right on their heels at 5.3 million. This isn't some small-time operation. It's a massive, high-demand, global network that's already well established. And here's the kicker. This slide shows you the pure financial muscle of this industry. Get this, even when the total number of bags they shipped actually went down, the revenue they brought in hit a record high, almost $15.6 billion. What that tells you is that the value of and the demand for Brazilian coffee is stronger than it has ever been. So you might be asking yourself, okay, if Brazil's traditional markets are so strong, why would they even bother looking for new ones? And that is where Bangladesh enters the picture, representing a really unique and perfectly timed opportunity. And right here is where it all just clicks. On one side, you've got this powerhouse Brazil, always looking to diversify and find new avenues for growth. And on the other side, you've got Bangladesh, a country of almost 170 million people, with a middle class that's just exploding, and a cafe culture that's booming. Coffee is becoming the cool, modern thing to do. It's a perfect match, right? Established supply meets brand new demand. All right, let's get down to brass tacks. If you're an importer sitting in Bangladesh right now, who do you actually call? Well, this next part is for you. We've put together a curated list of 10 key suppliers who could be your next big partner. And just take a quick look at this landscape. It's incredible. You've got everything from these massive cooperatives like Cuxopay, which represents thousands of farmers, all the way to specialty micro-lot producers like Luca Cafés, for those who want really unique, distinct flavors. You've even got the big global traders like Sucafina. The diversity is amazing. There's truly a perfect fit for just about any kind of buyer out there. This slide really brings that range to life. So on the one hand, you've got a giant like Cuxop. We're talking a co-op of over 17,000 farmers. They're your go-to if you need large, consistent, high-quality orders of Arabica. But on the other hand, you've got a company like Pfaff Coffees. It's a family estate focused on traceable, organic microlots. That's absolutely perfect for a high-end specialty roaster in Dhaka who wants a unique story to tell. But wait, there's another model entirely. Check this out. A company like Grupo Three Corações isn't just selling you green beans. They're Brazil's largest roaster. They manage huge consumer brands and export finished, ready-to-sell products to over 40 countries. So for a distributor in Bangladesh who's looking for retail-ready stuff, from ground coffee to coffee capsules, this could be the absolute perfect partner. So, we've seen the massive opportunity, and we've met some of the key players. But, identifying a potential partner is really only the first step. How do you actually bridge that gap between the two countries and make the business happen? This is the million-dollar question, isn't it? This is the point where so many great international trade ideas can just fizzle out. It can seem so complex, trying to navigate all the logistics, the regulations, and just building that crucial trust. But luckily, there is a key organization designed to solve this exact problem. So let me introduce you to what might be your most important partner in this whole venture, the BBCI. That stands for the Brazil-Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industry. You should think of them as the central hub, the main facilitator for making this exact type of trade a reality.
The BBCCI is an organization whose entire reason for being is to act as that bridge between the two markets. They exist to smooth the path for trade, help you build those crucial partnerships, and give you the support that businesses really need to succeed internationally.
And their vision statement really says it all. Their goal is to be the premier bilateral chamber, one that's actively driving sustainable development. This tells you they're not just some passive business directory. They're an active, mission-driven organization. So what do they actually do for you? Well, they provide critical market intelligence. They actively play matchmaker between buyers and sellers. They offer guidance to get you ready for export, and they put on key networking events. These are real, tangible services that can make all the difference.
And here's a perfect example of their work in action. This isn't just theory. Just recently, they organized the Made in Bangladesh Expo right in Sao Paulo. This wasn't just a boring meeting. It was a major event designed to put Bangladeshi products directly in front of Brazilian buyers, forging those real-world connections.
And to make it even easier for you to get started, here are the key people you need to know. The leadership team, including the president and secretary general, are right there in Dhaka. They are the go-to contacts for anyone who's serious about jumping on this opportunity. So let's just pull it all together. On one hand, you have the immense, diverse, and incredibly valuable coffee industry of Brazil. And on the other, you have the dynamic, fast-growing, and eager consumer market of Bangladesh. The potential for mutual growth, for both sides to win here, is just incredibly powerful. So look, the framework is there, the potential partners have been identified, and the support organization that can help you connect is ready and waiting. Really, the only question left to ask is, who's going to be the one to step up, seize this opportunity, and brew the future of this amazing new trade relationship?